Hello, my name is Corinne DeWitt, and this is the Adoption of AI into Academia, a Gen Z Perspective. This is my Engineering Science 100 Engineering Computer Applications and Design class honors project. It's just about the benefits of adopting AI into academia and what Gen Z typically thinks of advanced AI systems. Now, firstly, the definition of artificial intelligence, or AI. The true definition is artificial intelligence refers to the ability of machines to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, but the common definition is a little bit different. It says a system that thinks like a human, so like it can make its own decisions, solve problems, talk like us, etc. But the common definition is wrong because AI cannot think like a human. One of the reasons being it cannot think creatively like humans. Alright, now generative AI is the most feared. Generative and creative are two different things. Generative AI creates based on stats, numbers, existing patterns, etc., but creative creates something truly original and outside of existing patterns. But why is it feared, particularly in academia? Well, some of the worries include the originality of students being lost. Now, schools and universities rely on students producing their own thinking, and AI can complete a multitude of academic tasks which make it easier to cheat or submit work that's not truly their own. And the learning process can be lost. Education is not just about learning material, it's about learning to think. If students begin to rely on AI to think for them, the learning process is then lost. And also, broken trust and integrity. As AI advances, it'll get harder and harder to distinguish original work from AI work, which in turn breaks trust in the student. This leads to a disconnect between educators and students. Now, the benefits for educators typically are not discussed, and it seems as if there's a large portion of educators who do not have proper AI training. As of fall 2024, 58% of instructors have never had AI training. And there's also just different viewpoints between instructors and students. Students may view it as a learning tool, meanwhile instructors may view it as like a shortcut or a way of cheating. There may be a large difference between how educators view AI and how students view AI, since educators may be more fearful of AI due to its potential to aid in cheating and to be used as a shortcut for assignments, but students may view AI as more of a learning tool to assist in their understanding of a subject. These differences may be caused by generational gaps, since younger students, such as myself, have grown up alongside AI, and it may have just suddenly come up into the lives of older generations. Now, training and benefits actually go hand in hand. If educators were given proper training, they may be able to learn how AI could benefit them in the classroom, and the specifics on their benefits are later. But the benefits of AI in academia for students are advanced AI systems such as ChatGPT can adapt to your learning style. For example, if you often ask for graphs, then it'll begin to recognize that you may be a visual learner, and it will change its responses to a certain extent to better suit you. As for faster research, AI can still make mistakes, but students still use AI for research, but it can actually be a reliable source if it is prompted correctly. Sources. Practicing, review, and material kind of goes hand in hand with personalized learning tool, because students are able to practice and review material in a more suitable way for them, such as the visual thing mentioned earlier. Now, AI as a tool is more than just a shortcut for students. Advanced systems can create charts and graphs for visual learners and can break things down for you further than a teacher or professor might be able to do. You can even ask the AI to explain a complex topic like nuclear magnetic resonance spectrometry as if you were in 7th grade, and it will do it. It uses comparisons such as like comparing numbers of atoms to pieces of candy to better help you understand. And 86% of students already admit to using AI as a tool. 86 admit to using AI as a tool, so that number might actually be larger. Now, I collected this quote from one of my peers recently who felt very strongly about using AI as a tool to better herself and her education, and she said, "What teachers don't get is that technology is not deteriorating education. It's enhancing it. AI can really break questions down and show you where you went wrong." This is from Faith, who's a junior in high school. Not at my high school, but still. I just wanted to show you where I recently used AI as a tool. I recently asked ChatGPT to help me create a graph for a visual aid in my presentation for a calculus class. As you can see, I gave it intervals of increase and decrease on a certain domain from negative infinity to infinity. But before it gave me my graph, it explained how it found the graph I requested, even though I didn't ask it to explain. AI such as ChatGPT will almost always explain its process for coming up with an answer in STEM-related questions, especially STEM-related. And then here you can see I played with it a little bit more until I started to get the graph that I was kind of looking for. I even asked it to raise the maxima and some minimas later, but I asked it to zoom in a little bit and then show a specific interval. And after a few more tweaks, I landed with a graph similar to this. I was able to use this graph to point out the lesser known correlations between like the function and its first and second derivatives. Now finally, the benefits for educators, which are not discussed nearly as often as student benefits. One such benefit is saving time on repetitive tasks such as grading. It's pretty self-explanatory, and lesson plan creation can kind of tie into that. Educators can either use AI to completely create a lesson plan or create just a part of it and tweak it a little bit. As for staying current with new tech, students will likely be using AI in some way going into their job or profession or whatever they decide to do. AI can help teachers stay ahead and make the classroom a more relatable environment for students. And AI can spot AI cheating. AI knows how it sounds against original student work and can alert educators of similarities. Originality.ai here is a tool that educators can use to spot AI cheating in student work, but I'm pretty sure there are already built-in AI detection systems in some schools. Now, the acceptance of AI into academia and what it means. Now, this would mean we could prepare students for their future by staying ahead of trends. Preparing students ties into the whole staying current with new tech, as discussed previously, but also students would have access to high-quality learning anytime, anywhere, as long as they have an internet connection. Students don't have to wait on professors to respond if they have a burning question, and they can just prompt an AI system to get a reliable answer, as long as the question is formatted correctly. Acceptance would also mean fostering critical thinking and lifelong learning in students. AI can explain things in some ways that professors may not be able to, and an AI explanation can really make things click for some students. If a student understands a topic enough with the help of AI, they may discover a new lifelong passion for it. And educators would have more time for students because it can automate repetitive tasks as mentioned previously, and educators may even experience less burnout with AI assistance. Now finally, what would acceptance of AI physically look like? It would likely look like professors making students aware that they are welcome to use AI as a learning tool in certain cases, and schools investing more into training their staff on the usage of AI. I believe my engineering professor, Dr. Terrence Freeman, put it best. He said, technology doesn't ever go backwards. And since AI is here, it's only going to get more advanced, and students are only going to use it more and more throughout their academic careers. So in my perspective, academia and schools should accept AI now before they start to fall behind. Alright, and here is my work cited. If you want to fact check me, thank you for sticking around.